Hello, team leaders, and welcome. Welcome to the second series of the Team Leader Academy, which will be team management. Do not worry, this will not be as long as the MXP standards video. So, what to expect on this academy video specifically is first is the steps in building and managing a team leader deliverables at each stage, and tools that you can utilize. The particular links that I have attached, and which we'll just go through the tools really quickly so that again, we don't make the video too long. So first of all, we've already gone through the member journey and funnel, and we went through what it means for a member to be a lead, an applicant, accepted, approved, realized, finished, complete, for them to advance, or either to become an alumni. So I will not go through that again. If this is vague to you, kindly go through the first video, which is the MXP Blue Book for team leaders. So next, with the member journey and funnel, we went through the funnel, right? But the member journey is split into 3 key areas, still based on the funnel. The first is transition, the second is transformation, and the third is advancement. And we as team leaders have key roles to play at each stage of the member journey. So in the transition phase, the transition phase is for a member who is just new. So what is our role in this phase? First of all, is to define the job description, the KPI, and the MOS for all the team members that we recruit, and take them through it as they're signing their membership contract. Remember, membership contracts are now a criteria that we need to define. This will allow us to go in with members that understand fully what their job description in ISEC is, what their deliverables are, because remember, outside of just performing the job description, they also need to attend national conferences, they need to attend LCMs. So this needs to be clearly stated. And in the contract, we also state clearly what will make a member be fired and what will be the procedure to be followed in that case. So first is, as I said, define the JD. Second is to ensure all new members complete the national education cycle and answer any questions that they may have. This is specifically, I wrote this in bold because this is specifically a role for LCBPTM, because immediately after the induction seminar, a member is only assigned a portfolio. You'll just know that you have 3 members coming into IGV. So while the members, in the 2 weeks, the members are completing the education cycle, now you as team leader, your role is to ensure their job description, their key performance indicator, the measure of success, the number of hours the role will require are all clearly stated in their member contract. So the LCBPTM will follow up with them in a group to just ensure that they complete the NEC. So that immediately they complete the NEC, you're handed your 3 members whose job description you already defined. And then now you move on from there. Third, you need to ensure that all your members sign the membership contract. We've just gone through that. You need to assign your new members roles on Expa. If you yourself do not have access to Expa, kindly reach out to your direct team leader to assign you this, and also help them open up the ISEC emails. For this, LCBPTMs can help because we already went through how to create your ISEC email on Expa. Next, you need to have your first one-on-one session with your new member and go through their job description if need be again. Remember, you can never repeat something too much. Or maybe you can. In this case, with defining the job description clearly, you can never repeat it too much. And then you need to fill the personal development tool with them. I have attached a link here, but we will not go through that right now because there's a later video in which we will go in depth into it. Otherwise, this video will become too long. But you can go through it beforehand and then see the little or the much that you understand before we go through it in a more in-depth manner. Next is to add them to all relevant ISEC engagement groups. From the MXP Blue Book, this is in terms of community, which is a key standard that you need to fulfill to all your members. They should be part of any community, any commission groups that they need to be able to fulfill their job description. Then we have the transformation phase. So the transition phase is when the member is still new. The transformation phase is the longest phase. And this phase is whereby the member has already been inducted, they've been transitioned, and now they are officially a member of ISEC. So this could take up to even 11 months if it's a long-term experience, right? So what is your role as team leader for this phase? First is to ensure that you delegate tasks to your team members. You've assigned them a job description, but remember, if they don't get the practical work experience, then they will not grow. And that is actually a key thing that you as a team leader need to learn, how to delegate tasks. Don't do everything yourself, because then in that case, you are denying someone the chance to grow in their leadership development skills through ISEC. Next is to have monthly one-on-one sessions with your members. These are mandatory and they are part of the 16 MXP standards, which you will be logging and which LCDPTM will be following up on. So the one-on-one is a space to check in with the team member. How are they feeling? How has work been? Do they feel supported? And also to go through the personal development tool, which again, we will go through in the next video. Third is to ensure that all members of your team attend LCMs. LCMs are a non-negotiable, and it's not the role of LCDPTM to follow with everyone. It's your role as team leader to know where your team members are. If they're not able to make it for LCM, they should inform you early in advance, right? So that now you are able to be accountable to your LCDPTM. Next, encourage your members to participate in local and national events, because that's how they get to interact with the rest of the ISEC plenary. Have team bonding spaces at least once a quarter. That is also a standard that we will measure as the talent management portfolio. Conduct weekly meetings with the members of your team. These are also mandatory. The team meeting can be used as an education space, as a reporting space, feedback, accountability. It can serve a lot of purposes. We will go through how to effectively conduct a team meeting. So do not worry about that if you do not understand how exactly to conduct the meeting. Next, your role is also to offer capacity for members through trainings and encouraging them to apply for other experiences within ISEC. If there's an NST application that's out, send it to your members, push your members to apply. From filling the personal development tool with them, you'll know if there's a member of yours that wants to be part of the NST. So send it to them personally so that they can be able to, grow through it and learn through it. Next, final phase is the advancement phase. So what is our role in the advancement phase? So with that, advancement phase is once a member has finished their experience. So after they finish the experience, they feel the NPS or the Net Promoter Score or the Leadership Promoter Score, that we're able to measure how we as ISEC are, the quality of services that we're giving to our members. So in the advancement phase, this is in the MXP final, this is the complete stage. We need to have a debrief with the members of your team. So don't just leave like that. It's sort of like you weren't tracking together for the past, 11 months, 6 months, whatever duration the member was there. Make sure you have a debrief with the members of your team and try to structure a transition plan for your successor. Even if transition wasn't nicely done for you, now that you remember, when you know better, you do better. Next, send the LPS to your members to feel that we can assess the quality of experience they had in ISEC. This, you can find the link directly here. Keep it close. If a member leaves the organization, if a member is fired, if a member maybe has other commitments and needs to leave, then still ensure that they feel this. So just a little call to action from what we've learned. Right now, just assess the quality of experiences you've been offering to your members. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it? Just be honest with yourself. And just think about the tools you will need to improve the quality of experience. We've talked about the deliverables at each stage, from the transformation, from the transition, the transformation, and the advancement. What tools would you need at each stage? And if you need any more tools other than the ones that have been provided by the MCVPTM, then by all means, reach out to your LCVP and they will get back to me on any tools you need, and we will define templates for you guys. Then set routines to help you deliver quality experiences. You can have a lot of energy after this, but if you don't set routines around things, then there's no change that will be seen. When are your weekly meetings happening? When do your team bonding spaces happen? What day of the month do you have one-on-ones with all of your members? Okay, just set routine. So that has been me and for this session. So thank you so much. Remember, take the quiz. The link to find all the quizzes is in the description box. Take the quiz and I will see you next for the next session, which will be going through the personal development tool.